Our global mission at Orbis is technology and training, and we try to deliver that around the world, whether it's through the Flying Eye Hospital or on CyberSight. One common theme that I see is many of the countries where they have the most blindness, the doctors have the fewest opportunities. And that's where simulation has really come in heavy for Orbis, is not just using the simulator to teach people how to move their hands, but it's how to engage their brain, how to do algorithmic thought, to assess the situation, how to deal with a complication, how to communicate a complication. The residents always need mentorship, resources, and surgical opportunities. What we find here in the US, there's a minimum number of phaco surgeries that the residents must perform to graduate, which is about 86. Many of the residents in the countries where Orbis serves don't even get 5 or 10 during their training. And that's where simulation comes in, to fill that gap. So as soon as we land the Flying Eye Hospital, the first thing we start thinking about is how to combine the talent, the technology, and the training, both on board and with the communities we serve. And that's where we're so mission aligned with HAAG-STREIT. Obviously, our missions are the same. We're trying to improve eye care through training and technology. And I was so excited that Marshall was able to come and join us for 2 straight weeks in Rwanda, where he was sitting shoulder to shoulder with the residents, literally hours and hours of training each day. And I guarantee during that 1 week, they got more surgical experience than they got from the entire year in the operating room, because Marshall gave them not just the time, but the mentorship and the ability to sit there, ask questions, come back and do another surgery. So they were building their confidence, they were building their judgment as they were going through the steps of the Eyesi simulator. So for me, what's really exciting is the new program we started together with HAAG-STREIT called Fast Track, where literally we're accelerating the learning curve and getting doctors surgically ready for the operating room as quickly as possible, as cost effectively as possible. So during the Orbis mission, that first week, we've started this fast track program where the residents and the surgical participants are taking standardized courses and discrete modules where someone like Marshall sits with them shoulder to shoulder and works through an entire day. And by the end of that week, they've demonstrated competency, communication skills, thought skills that they're going to immediately apply to the surgery programs on the Orbis programs. But ultimately, we're taking those doctors and then sending them abroad for further hands-on training with fellowships. So that integrated kind of longitudinal training program is exactly what we started, and really you all kind of inspired us and supported us to do with this fast track program. And certainly we've evolved with the times. Orbis has a robust technology portfolio, and simulation has really become our key platform for training. So if you ask me, obviously Orbis is all about putting smiles on patients and their families' faces. But when I take a step back as a trainer, when I see the transformation of a surgeon, not just during that week, but during their career, when I go back to Mongolia now for 15 years, and I see the residents that we trained for their first phaco on a HAAG-STREIT simulator, and now they're the chair of the department, they're teaching others, that feed-forward cycle of training is what Orbis is all about, that virtuous cycle of education and skills exchange around the world.